はい、おはようございます。なほです。
Hey, I'm Matt.
はい、このカモンレディオでは、私たちが運営している英語のオンラインプログラムカモンラインについて、英語で語っていく番組です。毎回ゲストの方をお呼びしておりますが、今日もゲストの方をお呼びしております。今日はですね、Patricia です。
Yeah, Naho, I'm super excited to have my fellow Los Angeles person, Patricia, who is now here. Welcome to the city. We'll talk about that in a sec. But Patricia was actually supposed to do the English camp last summer and come to Japan. Unfortunately, didn't happen. But she's been on our team since last year, working with Come Online, creating curriculum and workshops. She's been really great. We're so happy to have added her to the team. And she also is the first one we're talking to that has taught English for us at Come On Out English, teaching online to various students ESL, and she's got a lot of experience there. So we are happy to have her on.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Patricia. Good to see
Patricia.
you. Likewise, happy to be here.
Thanks for being here, and congrats on your move to LA.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. So Patricia, if you can introduce yourself a bit.
Yeah. I'm Patricia Montgomery, she, her. I'm originally from Madrid, but as Matt said, I'm now in LA. I finished UCLA last year, where I majored in English and minored in gender studies. And now I'm back and just tutoring in a lot of different subjects, some English and some not, and getting ready to move to Nashville to do Teach for America.
Awesome. And first of all, go Bruins. All right. Fellow UCLA. Yeah, should we? No. We can't embarrass ourselves, but we'll have to teach Naho later. Patricia, can you actually, since you just mentioned it, could you quickly explain Teach for America for the people listening that don't know?
Yeah. So Teach for America is a government-funded program in the U.S. that helps place young, well, inexperienced is a better word, teachers in underserved areas. So, helps people who want to teach get all the right certification and experience and gets kids the teachers that they need.
It's awesome. It's an awesome program, and congrats on doing that. And those kids will be lucky to have you. My experience with you, you're a great teacher. So, yeah.
Teach for America. Yeah, I just checked the program. Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
And hi, Naomichi.
Hi, Naomichi.
Thank you for your comment. Yeah. So you graduated from UCLA last year and recently moved back to LA from Madrid, Spain.
Yeah.
And what are the main differences between your educational experience in like each city, Madrid and LA?
Well, Madrid, or I guess in Spain, like the educational culture is very centered around like memorizing and like test scores. It's really like, here are all the things you need to know to like just spit back out on the test. And if you know them all, you pass. And if you don't, you fail and you have to take the class again. And like getting into college is based on like one test score. And like, if you get the right number, you're in. And if not, you got to pick another degree. And so it was really great to get to experience college in the US, where it's a much more like holistic learning experience. And you get to study a lot of different things. It's not just a one-track mind, and also to get to do a more rounded learning approach, not just like what you know, but expressing yourself and focusing on analysis and what you think as a person, and not just what you can remember.
Yeah. And it helps that we went to the best school in the country, right, Patricia?
I mean, number one was hungry, couple years running. And that's food. That helps too.
Yeah. Oh, Yaska, there you go.
Yeah, Yasko says, I heard that Teach for America is the most popular place to work for new university graduate. Is that so?
I mean, that sounds about right. I haven't fact-checked that, but sounds pretty good to me.
Hey, and what we can all agree here, teaching is one of the most important professions. So
sounds great.
And I'll just say, Patricia just mentioned Naho.
Yeah.
Spain sounds kind of similar to Japan in the application process. Is that right for universities? Because Patricia said you take one test to get in. I've heard that's similar in Japan.
There is 2 types of exam, I believe. There is like general test for entry to any university in Japan. And after that, each university have individual test, I guess. So maybe two tests. But some university, now they changed the rule. They only take the score of the general test. They don't have individual test from university. Yeah, so it's changing. I think this year, like style of the general test changed a lot.
Oh.
And I've heard English was very difficult. It's very different test this year.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, and also, how are you adapting a remote lifestyle? You currently work as a teacher, is that correct? Teacher and tutoring in area also. How's it going?
It's okay. I won't say it's great because it's not. I'm very fortunate to get to work with kids who are very tech savvy. So that's always great when they can help me there. It's definitely been a learning curve. It really it puts so much stress on the kids, I think, to be part of the management of the classroom and not just have a teacher managing what's going on. So I'm just really grateful that the kids I get to work with have stepped up, and I try to make the time that we spend together. I'm a little more relaxed, I think, than I was in person. It's a little more fun, a little more easygoing, because I know that they're not having the best time either, and we want learning to be fun, so we do what we can.
That's super important, though. That the students are so lucky that's how you're doing this, because a lot of, like you said, you got to be tech savvy to do it, and it's a struggle for a lot of students and teachers across the states or across the world. And so I think you should give yourself some credit too.
I mean, so far I haven't crashed anything, so so far so good.
Yeah.
Do you use any tech tool to do the teaching?
I mean, I like Zoom for larger classes and stuff, and then the tutoring company I work for has a virtual classroom that they use that has been pretty easy to manage. So
Oh, that's cool. They've got their own system.
Yeah. It works out pretty well, and it gets students into the right classes at the right time, so that helps.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, you working with us for Come Online program. Last summer we had program together, and currently you're still one of our team members. What do you think is most impactful about this experience?
Well, for me, I think I've been really impacted by getting to work with such a great team of people. I was, of course, very bummed to not get to actually go to Japan with you guys, but it's been such an awesome experience to still get to meet people from all over the country who have all these different things that they're passionate about, and also are passionate about teaching English. And so just getting to build a curriculum with all of them together has been really formative.
Yeah, and thanks for saying that. I think we do have a really great team.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like you said, our team of teachers and staff, all three of us here, and everyone else we've talked to, like you said, we all got such different experiences and backgrounds and interests and passions, and but we're all very enthusiastic about teaching and doing so online and staying connected during these tough times. I think that's what makes the program special. So thanks for mentioning that. We are pretty cool, aren't we?
I think so. I mean, a couple of weebs just trying to get by. So
Yeah, you guys are cool.
Oh, thanks, Naho. You too.
Yeah, and as for English Lounge presentation and workshop, you got 2 presentation. One is mindfulness and digital poetry. And I joined the mindfulness one. It was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Can you talk a little bit about it and how you go into mindfulness?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start from the beginning. I got into mindfulness with my high school volleyball coach. She was very into mindfulness, and she wanted all of us to like train to not only be physically fit, but also to be like mentally strong. And she wanted us to have that balance, which was really cool. I think the experience a lot of people get from like an athletic coach. And so I learned a lot from her. And then, I don't know, I just had a lot of experiences at college as well of people being into mindfulness. So I learned a lot. And then, the internet is a wealth of knowledge. And the more I learned, the more interested I was in it. It's helped me a lot with my mental health and managing stress. And so I just try to talk about it as much as possible. And so my presentation is just a little bit of information about what mindfulness is, like, what it looks like, how it helps us. I get people to practice a little bit of mindfulness, which is really fun. And then we just talk about how it makes people feel. And I've learned a lot about, from the people I've presented to. They have a lot of unique experiences about mindfulness. So it's also been really cool to hear from everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Naho and I both were talking about it before you came on, and how much we love that presentation, and how people said you have the best voice to lead the session too.
It's definitely something I'm very conscious of, so I appreciate it.
That's really cool. You learned it from your volleyball coach. I didn't know that, and great for your coach for involving that, because I also think it's so important to have that balance. And in fact, you inspired Naho and me and the rest of the team, and how incorporating that into these programs and making it a big part of it is really important, especially now more than ever.
Yeah. Yeah, the Zoom fatigue is real.
And Yasuko's keep practicing.
Let's keep practicing. Your voice was just perfect. Like speed and volume. And I don't know, like color of the voice. I don't know. How do I say?
Wow, that's so sweet.
So I was so relaxing at the session. But I was really surprised that volleyball coach brought the mindfulness, because I was playing volleyball when I was a kid. And I remember all the volleyball coach was very energetic, active. I cannot imagine my coach will bring mindfulness. But I think it's also important to
my coach had a lot of energy too, and I think she found mindfulness helped her, and she wanted it to help us as well.
Are you thinking of incorporating it into teaching?
I really am. As much as different schools will let me. But it's been really great as I look at schools, how much they're already incorporating mindfulness, like how many school curriculums are really making it a priority, and how important social emotional learning is now. So I'm really looking forward to getting to do that.
Yeah, and I agree. I really hope that it's not just a trend, it actually becomes a staple. Because Patricia, I will say, and maybe I've talked to you about this before, I tried to lead a meditation session with my middle schoolers a year and a half ago, and I guess some liked it, but I think maybe if you were there with your voice, it would have gone better.
I mean, middle schoolers are going through so much. They do the best they can.
Well, I thought it would be helpful, but if only I'd known you then, I could have broadcast you for the students.
I mean, maybe I should just have a mindfulness podcast. That's
maybe
spin-off.
And when it
sounds great.
Yeah, and when you become the most famous mindfulness podcast in the world, you can just, as long as you thank us for giving you the idea.
I mean, absolutely. Shout out to you guys on every episode.
Yeah.
You should really start the mindfulness podcast.
But
Well,
in
now
all,
we want to.
yeah, please, and send it. But in all seriousness, just to go back to the program and any students listening, it is a really cool workshop and really important and something you can take away and use in your everyday life. And we're lucky to have Patricia lead that. So it feels very much aligned with all of our goals too. Otherwise, with the program and staying connected and being at home but being together. So it's great. But
yeah, I was glad you were so enthusiastic when I asked if I could do a mindfulness presentation. I was a little worried that it wasn't academic enough or what have you. So
it was perfect. So we
Grateful
hope to have more people. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, we look forward to schedule more session of yours, both mindfulness and also digital poetry.
Yeah, it'd be great to do that one. I haven't gotten to present it yet, so that's exciting.
Yeah. Okay, Patricia. So thank you for joining today.
Thank you for having me. It's so fun.
Thank you very much. And maybe a couple weeks down the line, we'll have you on and just do a mindfulness session for everyone.
I'm down. I will do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, so we're gonna update next schedule for launch session in our home webpage. You can check the link, and as well as info session. Oh, I want to listen to your podcast.
Global English Workshop.
はい。すべての情報は、ホームページにアップしておりますので、次のマインドフルネスのセッションとかもですね、ぜひ見ていただいてご予約いただけたらと思います。合わせて、キャンプファイアの方でクラウドファンディングも継続しておりますので、興味のある方はご支援の方よろしくお願いします。はい。So, when is the next podcast?
No, we've been doing this for weeks. Thursday.
Oh, today Tuesday. Yes, Thursday. Okay. Okay, so see you on Thursday.
See you then. Thanks again, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia.
Bye.
Bye.